going on, guys? Welcome back to Tessa's TV show. And today, guys, we have a bit more of an impromptu video due to Friday's video being recorded prior to Thursday's therapy session. And instead of waiting until Friday to do a breakdown, I'm just gonna do it today on a random Sunday. But over the Thursday night after the whole thing, I rewatched it like 2 a.m. because that's what I do with my life. And I took notes. So, starting things off, at the very beginning when Rachel/Wendy first sits down and starts talking, she mentions that the weather has been nice. So this could mean absolutely nothing, but I was thinking back to the last Funhouse episode we had where Uncle Howdy is the weatherman. Could it be related? Yeah. Is it? I have no idea. Throughout this session, we hear this little voice effect that goes over Rachel/Wendy's voice. There are certain times when it does, such as at 7 minutes and 30-ish seconds. The voice effect affects her voice when she says, "Has anything changed?" It happens again about 20 seconds later when she says, "Let's talk a little bit about your routines." So it happens throughout the hour-long session on dreams, reality, lots of different things such as "Who did you set free?" or "I showed them how to open the door," or "Breakthrough for you." So my thoughts on this is that the voice effect that is being used over Rachel/Wendy's voice is trying to represent Howdy speaking through Rachel/Wendy. Or the voice effect is trying to highlight something that is a key component to what's going on in the QR codes and all that. Another thought that I had regards the images that flash up on the screen throughout the session. So throughout the session, Rachel/Wendy will say something, ask a question, something, and then we will see images that we see from the QR codes from the past flash up on screen. Are these QR codes a glimpse into what Howdy is saying in response to what Rachel is saying? Something else that I noticed is, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded this video yesterday or the day before, but around 49:29, Rachel says something about Howdy being a vessel. And a little bit after she says that, the image that we all suppose is Sister Abigail flashes up on the screen.
What do you think it is that you're a vessel for?
Is Uncle Howdy a vessel for Sister Abigail of some sort? Something else at the very end, right before we see the missing person flyer pop up, at 54:24, Rachel holds up the notebook that the other person had and asks, "Who are these people?"
Who are these people?
So did Uncle Howdy share or draw some sort of image of who's all in the faction? Did Rachel/Wendy hold up a notebook that had the faction on it? And then we cut to the missing person news article thing. Slightly prior to this, Howdy asks, "Do you want to meet them?" So when Rachel asks, who are these people, and then goes missing, is Uncle Howdy taking her to meet these people? And then this one comes from Mr. Dwitty. I'll tag him in the description box. He knows who he is. He says, "I think Abigail will play a major role in this. It makes me think that if we've been reading into the teases a bit wrong, what if instead of it being Howdy who set them free, it was Abigail? She came out of the cave, possibly other side of the funhouse, and set free Howdy and set them free. Howdy lost Bray, thus losing his purpose. Nikki lost sanity, losing her way. Dexter lost Indy, losing his feelings. Gacy lost Schism, losing his leadership. And Eric lost his family and was all alone, searching for a new one. In their times of sorrow, it brought forth joy, Abigail, as she took them in and made them her family, much like the Wyatt family. It would play into the whole coming full circle theory. Reading this through, he did not use a single comma or period. So I had a moment of, where is the pauses? But on Friday, I talked about Uncle Howdy being the one that freed people from the cave and Uncle Howdy being the one that freed everyone. What if that was wrong? What if, like Fiendy said, what if it was Abigail who freed Howdy and all the other members? This therapy session was a very interesting and it was used as a recap, and it was a very clever way to catch everyone up on what was going on in the QR codes. It was a very effective way of recapping everything and even adding in a little bit more information. And bringing back poor Rachel Bonetta. Oh, poor. Now, I did have a little thought about Rachel. So, if you look back to 2020, we see this Wrestling with Your Feelings segment on WWE Backstage, which ends up hosting The Fiend. At the end, we see Rachel go missing. So, fast forward to this past Thursday, we see the missing person thing, which says Wendy Lucho, which we determined to be an anagram of Uncle Howdy. So where did the name change go? So obviously there's a 3.5 year age gap, 3.5 year time gap. So Rachel could have legally changed her name in that time from Rachel to Wendy. Is that likely? Not really. Is it possible? I guess. But I think in the therapy session, she is still Rachel. That is still Rachel. Her name never changed. But when she is reported missing, someone put it up as Wendy Lucho. Possibly Uncle Howdy did that, which made it the anagram for Uncle Howdy. That seems like a way more possible scenario than Rachel changing her name to Wendy. I feel like she was Rachel throughout she was Rachel the entire time. She never said that. No one ever says her name. Obviously, we don't know that. But I think she stays as Rachel that whole time until she's reported missing, which is when her name is changed to Wendy Lucho. Another possible theory that I thought of is that she was brainwashed. She could have been completely and utterly brainwashed to believe that she was Wendy Lucho. Anything from after she gets abducted by the Fiend, I don't believe we see her again. After that segment with the Fiend back in 2020, I don't think we see her again. So it's very possible that she is brainwashed to forget who she was in the past, forget Rachel Bonetta, forget all of that, and become Wendy Lucho. It's very possible. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. As always, like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell icon to never miss an upload. And if you guys have thoughts, let me know in the comments. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!